that destroyed all of downtown. Well, there's more to the story. For decades before the fire, Seattle was situated at about sea level. That meant downtown was often flooded from high tides. Toilets would back up. The city was muddy and smelly. After the fire, city leaders decided they would build brand new buildings with, get this, the entrances of the building 12 feet off the ground. Then they build new streets and sidewalks at the same height as the entrances, 12 feet off the ground. The idea was to lift businesses, pedestrians, and traffic high above the mud and water and seal off the muck and smell permanently below the city streets. So the city built the building entrances and the streets high up in the air. But when it came time to build the sidewalks, well, they ran out of money. So for many years, if you wanted to go from one building to another, you'd have to climb out of the entrance of one building, climb down to the ground level, then climb up to street level, cross the street, watching out for horses, then climb back down to ground level, and finally climb up to the entrance of the other building. It's exhausting just explaining it. And under the street, some less than respectable businesses opened. Gambling bars, opium dens, bordellos, and more. Eventually, the underground businesses were cleaned out and the sidewalks were finished, which left a time capsule sealed under the streets, preserving Seattle's darkened city past. Salish Sea Tour's travel tip. You can see the subterranean history of Seattle on the underground tour in the heart of Pioneer Square. Now, if you look slightly up the hill, you'll see a yellow building that is placed on top of a parking garage. Maybe you can see the back of the red sign that says Public Market. Well, that is Pike Place Market, Seattle's #1 tourist attraction with 10 million visitors yearly. On August 5th, 1907, 10 farmers gathered there with carts full of produce to sell directly to the public and cut out the middleman. Within an hour, they were all sold out and Pike Place Market was born. Also, the market is home to the oldest Starbucks in the world. Chain stores are not allowed to operate in the market, but that Starbucks location was in place before they were a chain. Visiting the Pike Place Market is another Salish Sea Tour's travel tip. Here on Pier 59 is a favorite for locals and visitors, the Seattle Aquarium. They have seals and sea otters and an underwater dome. But the star of the show is a 120,000-gallon tank with native marine life and a diver with a special mask that allows people to ask questions and hear the answers while the diver is in the water.